What rich person foods actually aren't very good? Every time these threads come up, I'm reminded that your average Redditor eats like a 12-year-old boy from Minnesota. Edible gold leaf is inert, indigestible, and has no taste or smell. It has no nutritional value and can't improve any dish. It isn't even that expensive. It is added to a lot of expensive dishes, often making a fairly normal dish more expensive, under the guise of adding to its presentation. It is also done as a gimmick, such as wrapping a steak in gold leaf and charging hundreds for it, to sucker trashy faux rich people in. You literally shit gold though, which is cool. At about $7 box now, all cast a vote for Lucky Charms. What was the saddest fictional character death for you? Brooks, Shawshank Redemption. It was just so damn sad to see someone so heavily institutionalized. And honestly, I didn't even realize what was happening in that scene until after he had already carved Brooks was here into the beam. It gets me every time. Poor Jake. The dog's in where the red fern grows. He can't see without his glasses. Leslie Burke, Bridge to Terabithia. I didn't expect it at all. It said family fantasy and was made by Disney. Littlefoot's mother's death. John Coffey in The Green Mile. Ellie from Up gets me every time. Brandon Fraser's characters in Scrubs. Boromir, my brother, my captain, my king. Uncle Iroh singing to his dead son. Damn, now that was sad. What do you miss that disappeared during the pandemic? 24-hour Walmart and all-day breakfast at McDonald's. A slightly more reasonable cost of living. Everything has gotten so expensive across the board. I had been saving to buy a house and recognized that everything was going to go bad soon, so I closed on a house in June 2020. I don't know when we'll see interest rates that low again. Restaurants having late hours and, more importantly, correctly posted hours of operation. I swear it's been like a crapshoot knowing when even large franchises will close when their actual hours don't match Google, Apple Maps, or their own fucking website half the time. Civility. I mean, it wasn't great to begin with, but post-pandemic, no one seems to know how to act in public anymore. Being able to afford things. My social skills. What's a film that everyone should watch at least once? Requiem for a Dream, but exactly once, never again. Grave of the Fireflies, once, and never again. I needed a drink after watching this and I'm not a big drinker. I think about this movie often but will probably never watch it again. Goodfellas. The Shawshank Redemption. Well, now I have to go watch it for the millionth time just to keep up my everyone status. The Princess Bride. WALL-E. Eva. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Children of Men. Schindler's List. The part that gets to me is where Schindler breaks down crying saying I should have done more, I could have done more. Spirited Away. Princess Mononoke would be a great choice too. Studio Ghibli in general. What's a subtle sign of low intelligence? People who confuse their opinions with facts. Believing anything they read on social media. I think people are confusing signs of low intelligence with signs of being an asshole. Not understanding hypothetical questions. Inability to see from another perspective. Lack of curiosity. You ever had to train or work with someone who just has no desire to know anything beyond what you're telling them or the why behind what they're doing? Every instruction needs to be laid out in painstaking detail. If an issue arises, there's no desire to understand why or attempt to fix it. They just error out and stand there waiting for instruction? It's like programming a computer, but the computer is a human potato. Thinking people speaking a second language imperfectly means the person is stupid.